Just after 10 to 7. And the sci-fi horror Stranger Things has become one of the most watched English language series on Netflix in its history. Set in the 1980s, it follows supernatural events which take place in the small town of Hawkins, Indiana.
Well, now it has been turned into a stage show, a prequel to the TV drama, packed with stunts and special effects. And our correspondent Charlotte Gallagher has been to meet the cast.
From Hawkins, Indiana, to London's West End, the Stranger Things phenomenon continues. A new play which explores the origins of one of the programme's supervillains opens this week.
I didn't fit in with the other children. Something was wrong with me.
The story revolves around Henry Creel, a strange child who becomes a monster.
Most people fear spiders.
Playing Henry Creel is really fun. What we've been exploring as a young person, young Henry Creel, is in the TV show it's like he's this psychotic killer, and that's sometimes how he's told as the story or like shown to the audience. But there's this deeper side to him that we're exploring that maybe it wasn't as plain as it seems. Like there's other factors, there's people around him, and Henry's too smart for his own good and thinks too much. And just what's the recursions of that and how does that affect him in the world?
And you're a new character, aren't you? You're Stranger Things fans won't have seen you before. You're being introduced in this.
It's really exciting, yeah. I don't know how much I can say about her. I don't want to give too much away. But she is Henry's love interest. And I would describe her as on a journey of self-discovery, a bit nerdy, a bit sassy, but again, struggling with her own internal demons.
The play is shrouded in secrecy, but the show is one of Netflix's biggest hits. So what's it like joining the Stranger Things universe?
It was just like confetti in my brain. It was just insane, man. Getting the call it's one of the best things that's happened this year. It's just, it's mind-blowing.
Yeah,
it
is mind-blowing.
It's crazy. See behind us as well.
I know, it's crazy. It's so surreal.
Connection.
Welcome to Hawkins, Indiana. This is the diner where some of the key scenes will take place. If you watch the series, you'll know it's full of 1980s nostalgia. This show is going to take you back to the 1950s.
That almost 25-year difference means some of the familiar characters, like Dr. Brenner, originally played by Matthew Modine, are looking a bit younger.
While I obviously didn't want to do a sort of act of mimicry, I don't think that would have been really helpful for anyone if I was spending all my time trying to emulate what he did. But I do think there are certain elements that where you just sort of think, well, it would be stupid to just throw this out for the sake of throwing it out. He's created something so great that there are things, of course, that, an actor, you want to steal from him. And so I've stolen things from him. And it's sort of like I'm wearing his watch or I'm wearing his shoes. And I hope, or I act sort of in this play, I act in conversation with what he's done already, I think.
Taking Stranger Things from screen to stage has been a long process, but rehearsals are over and it's ready for its opening night.
There's so many of the illusions that, even though I've seen it 100 times, I wrote it, and then I rewrote it, and I rewrote it, and then I saw it in tech over and over again, it still surprises me every time. It's like magic. It's like getting to see a magic show every day.
So there's a TV programme and now a play. What next for Stranger Things?
It's a world that people don't want to leave alone. And doing this project I've been on the show for so many years, but I felt like I could keep going. I felt like there are so many stories to tell in this universe that's my favorite genre, this grounded sci-fi. So I don't know. I mean, I do know, but I can't tell you.
Fans will just have to wait and see. Charlotte Gallagher, BBC News.
Does look good, doesn't it? The thing is, it kind of makes the 80s cool to teenagers today, doesn't it? It's like mums and dads.
I think it was cool at the time, John.
Some of it was. Stranger Things, The First Shadow, is on at the Phoenix Theatre in London's West End. You might not have been cool. I was cool.
Were you? I definitely wasn't.